Hi, it's Mama B. I'm back in the kitchen, and today I'm making pumpkin pie cake. And I'm trying to go solo today. I've got a little remote, and we'll see how that goes. So, long time ago, probably 35 years ago, I worked with a lady named Betty, and I cannot for the life of me remember her last name, but she introduced me to pumpkin pie cake. And it's pretty much like pumpkin pie and having a little bit of crust on the bottom and a little bit on top. And it's a pumpkin pie cake. So to make this, you're going to take a cake mix, a box cake mix. So you can use any sort of yellow cake mix. I'm going to use a sugar-free cake mix today because you know how I am with the sugar-free. You could also make it gluten-free for my gluten-free friends and buy a gluten-free cake mix. And I'll probably make one next week for my gluten-free friends with this. So I'm going to use the sugar-free cake mix today. So what you want to do is take your cake mix and sprinkle about half of it in the bottom of your pre-sprayed with cooking spray 9 by 13 inch pan. So I'm just sprinkling this out, just about half of it. I'm just trying to get it evenly spread across the bottom of the pan. You really don't have to break up lumps, but I have one really big lump that I would show you if I wasn't flying solo today. So they don't really give you a whole bag, but that's about half of what I was dealt. So I do have a spoon here. I'm just going to break up this one huge lump and spread in a few holes that I missed, just so I have something on the bottom of most of the pan. So I'm going to try and hold this up a little so you can see that it has the cake mix spread across the bottom of the pan. Still a little lumpy. All right, for the guts of this, it's very similar to a pumpkin pie. It's 3 eggs that are beaten. So these are obviously not beaten. I'm going to put them in my mixer and beat them up first, and then I'll be able to add the other ingredients. I always forget to unlock the mixer when I'm using it. Alright, so you're going to need 1 can of pumpkin, 1 can. And I wanted to share with everyone that since I've seen you last, I became a grandma for the first time. So I'm real excited about that. My granddaughter became 1 week old today, so we're really thrilled. All right. So I have the pumpkin in there. It calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and I'm once again using my monk fruit that has 0 calories, just the white one this time. It's equal to white sugar, so 3/4 of a cup of that. 1 can evaporated milk. I'm using the skim, just to save a few calories. It's a 1/2 teaspoon salt. I have my notes over here. That's why I keep looking in the corner. I can't remember anything. I have 3/4 of a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, aren't these the neatest containers? They were my mother's, and the only thing I can think they're for is maybe salad dressing, or if you were serving something like lobster with a little melted butter. I just really like them, and they're perfect for this video. All right, let's see, am I forgetting anything? I think that's everything I need to have in the mixing bowl. I locked it in place. I'm gonna mix it up. You just want to get it good and incorporated in here. I'm trying not to move too close to the camera so that I don't get cut off and you just hear my words and see me from here down. All right, I think that's good and mixed. Just gonna clear this beater some. And what you're going to do now is, I'm just going to scrape down the sides a little bit. It seems to have some cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice on the sides. Just going to mix that in a little bit. Got up the sides a little. And you have your base of your cake mix, half of the cake mix. So now I'm just going to gently pour this over top, trying to get it everywhere. And don't worry, because the cake mix will come up through, and that's okay. It's kind of supposed to do that because it's a pumpkin pie cake. This has been a tradition in my family for about 35 years now. Everybody says, "Are you going to make the pumpkin pie cake?" And I say, "Sure am." All right, so now that you have your pumpkin and your first layer in there, you're gonna go ahead and sprinkle the other half of your cake mix across the top. And like I said, the lumps really don't matter. I did break up one that was really, really big. And some from underneath are coming up, but that's okay. They absorb the pumpkin or the pumpkin pie mix. And they're so good when you eat them, when you eat a piece of the pumpkin pie cake. Of course, it's good when you serve it with Cool Whip. Y'all have to let me know, give me some feedback and let me know if you've tried my recipes and if you like them. Now this is all the time I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to put it in there for about 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, it covers the top, and now I really can't tilt the top to show you. I apologize for that, but there's just a few places I just want to spread out lightly with this spoon. I think that's it. Okay, so the last thing you do is you take a couple of sprays of, I can't believe it's not butter, and you just kind of wet the top of it. There we go. That should be good, and that helps it brown up on top, and it's just a jiggling. So I'm gonna put it in the oven, 350 for 40 to 45 minutes. The pumpkin pie cake is done now. As you can see, I tested it with the knife, and the knife came out clean, and it pulled away from the sides really well. So it baked 40 minutes in the 350 degree oven, and you can see it has kind of a crumbly top that had been sprayed with the spray butter. I hope you've enjoyed being with me today. I really appreciate you watching my video. I will post the recipe below this video. I'd love it if you subscribed and gave me some feedback about my recipes. I'm going to try and post more, especially as the holidays are coming up. I have a lot of great ideas for y'all. Just keep me posted about how you like my recipes. All right, take care. Thank you for joining me here at the beach. Have a good one and enjoy your pumpkin pie cake.